Welcome to August 2018. I hope you guys are enjoying your eclipse and retrograde season. I say that because we have 5 planets in retrograde right now, and we just survived eclipse season 2018. We had the solar eclipse in Leo, which is your cousin fire sign, and then the lunar eclipse in Aquarius. So it's just been crazy. It's just been absolutely intense. Firstly, just want to tell you about the cards that popped out. We have the Hierophant, which is all about change and a spiritual catalyst, spiritual teaching, hidden knowledge that creates that inner shift, that inner analysis that goes deep and deep and deep and creates that understanding within your subconscious that does reveal itself to you slowly but surely and ends up being the key to crazy transformations and inner shifts. So that's the first card. And then we have the Four of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. The Four of Cups is all about home and family and something missing there and something kind of being a little bit off, all right? And not really knowing what that is. There is somebody within the home and family that is affecting this boredom and this lack and this emotional lack. And the person that I'm talking about is somebody who's very abundant, likes their wine, and there's something about them that, you know, I'm seeing like a wishbone. Like they kind of, when it comes to life, it's almost like they were drawn, I don't want to say the short end of the stick, but that may be how they act. They may kind of make it seem like their life is that been drawn the short end of the stick. But if they would just look, they actually have a lot to be grateful for, and they have a lot of abundance and a lot of happiness. But because of past mistakes and feeling like they couldn't soar and feeling very grounded and feeling restricted and limited, they look at their life in a negative way, although they actually are very blessed and very abundant. And then we have the King of Pentacles. This is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, masculine energy. Not necessarily a male, but more masculine in their personality. Somebody who definitely has burned their old past. Like I have a feeling they either moved from a different country or their parents were immigrants, but they definitely burned their old past in order to come to where they are. Maybe they just don't even know about their ancestry. They don't even know about their lineage. And that's what's going on. But there's something about this person, you admire them because they're able to kind of say what they want, say what they need to say, and they make the decisions to get to where they need to be. And I don't want to say that they step on people to get to where they need to be, but in a way they would, and you know that they would. So these are the cards that popped out, but I do want to talk to you guys, Aries, about the retrograde planets. So we have Mercury in retrograde, which is all about our thoughts, our communication. And when Mercury is in retrograde, aka the planet is like it's moving backwards in the sky, but it's actually not in orbit at all. It's not moving. So it seems like it's moving backwards. When Mercury is retrograde, we're being asked not to do sign any agreements, not to buy any technology, to be very careful before we press send, and to just really watch our communication. It's all the Gemini, Virgo, third house keywords. Really watch the messages that you're putting out there and the messages that you're giving to others, especially the King of Pentacles, because people are crazy right now. They're reading between the lines. They're accusing this and that. Then we have a young Page of Pentacles here too. So there's some people here, King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, young, Earth-type sign, and then some negativity being tethered to these people, okay, and the messages that are getting across to them. And then we have Mars in retrograde, so your ruling planet, Aries, is in retrograde, and that's our energy, our drive, our passion. So you might be feeling angry, but you don't know how to get that anger out, so you're feeling a little bit unbalanced right now and kind of negative as well, especially when it comes to this King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Then we have Neptune retrograde, and Neptune is the planet of dreams and disillusion and creativity in your subconscious mind. So all of that crazy stuff that goes on beneath the surface, that's being brought up, but it's still remaining internalized until Neptune goes direct, and then you'll be able to manifest all that creativity and all that subconscious drudge. You can definitely use that swamp water in order to empower your future. Because then we have Saturn retrograde, and Saturn is our authority, our organization, our discipline, And then finally we have Pluto retrograde, and Pluto is our planet of transformation. So Pluto retrograde is all about inner transformations, inner shifts in order to move forward in the best way possible. Okay, so that's what your subconscious wanted you to know, along with the retrograde planets. Okay. Let me just put these up here. So your subconscious wants you to know that there is some sort of spiritual teaching, some sort of spiritual catalyst, underlying hidden knowledge that is coming to the forefront and making you realize that when it comes to the home and family, this person in there, this person, I don't want to say that they're female energy, because I don't sense that at all, but there is something about this person. They're very slow when it comes to their life. This person likes wine, acts like they're not abundant, like they've been drawn the short end of the stick, but they've actually been drawn the long end of the stick, and they just haven't acknowledged that and owned that, which is creating a lot of negativity. You receive some messages regarding negativity and imbalance and unfairness, especially when it comes to the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, so these earth type signs. Okay, so that's what your subconscious wants you to know, Aries, for August 2018. Now the theme of the reading. Okay, some conflict too. Some conflict, fighting for change, fighting for freedom. Conflict involving at least 4 people. Theme of the reading, Aries, is some new feelings regarding your relationship and where it's going. There's some pain based on infidelity, cheating either in the past, like with your first love, or even like a parent, like if you know parents that you know, had issues with infidelity. Those are now coming back up with all these retrograde planets to kind of wreak havoc on your adult relationships now, or your current relationships, and it's creating new feelings, okay? So you've been just grinding, you've just been focusing on work instead, you've just been really, really focused on work and making sure that you're paying off your debts and putting your power where it needs to be. However, it's time to get your thoughts more focused on your foundation or lack thereof when it comes to some relationships in your life, and whether they are positive enough or if they're creating a sense of powerlessness because of greed, instability, sacrifice, emotional instability, emotionally unstable, family being financially secure as they were in the past, which is then creating a lot more confusion over which changes you should be making and whether or not you should go about and do that, or if you should just stay still, okay? So that's the theme of the reading, Aries, and it definitely involves your soulmate as well. It's probably the relationship that you've had new feelings surrounding because stuff from the past, from your past relationships, either within this relationship, your parents' relationships, grandparents' relationships, that stuff is being brought back up with these retrogrades in order for you to heal that, okay? So if you start to notice that you're a little bit more jealous than usual, and like you're kind of like asking the soulmate what's been going on, things like that. Even when it comes to friendships, you feel like you're really conflicting, or even platonic relationships, feeling a little bit more jealous than usual. That is because of a pain involving 3 people in the past, either a past life that involves you with someone else, and your partner, or your soulmate, or parents or grandparents, like I said. So the best way to do that is to just put out an affirmation that you forgive everybody that has hurt you, or your ancestors, or anybody in your family, and that you apologize for any pain that you've caused anybody in your life, or your family, or your ancestors as well. Okay. Situation, Aries, for August 2018 is you guys have some worries. Financial worries, power worries, like feeling like you're being left out in the cold, feeling like if you take any rest, will create, or if you discipline yourself by putting yourself within a temple, aka your body temple, and just going inward, and not being as vocal as you usually do, that you're going to be forgotten about, that people are going to move on, that you're not going to be as valuable as you feel like you, as you are, which you are. Everybody's valuable, especially when you think about relationships, right? Let's see. So you've been crying out for some attention for a while now. You've been calling out. You've definitely been calling out. You've actually been sending those texts. You've been sending those messages. You've been creating those statuses saying, hey, like, I'm scared and I'm worried and I'm fearful about my situation right now and these changes that are happening in my life. And Mars being retrograde has you gone really inward when it comes to your normal Aries dynamic energy. and your ability to create something new and your pioneering spirit, because you haven't created something new in so long, this fear, this worry about change and restriction and lack of fun and lack of freedom is now being imposed on you, and it's hindering your ability to grow. Obstacle and an aid is a Knight of Pentacles. So a young earth type sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus energy, somebody who's definitely very focused on their finances, very focused on their money and their power, and that's why you're so worried, because you're like, okay, this person needs financial power. They need money. They need earthly stability, like earthly gains and material gains. And that's what's worrying you a lot, because although that is driving you to work hard because you care about them so much, it also is very much so an obstacle because it never ends. You know, it really never ends. So that is creating a lot of worries as well. Subconsciously, Aries, you know that maybe it's time to move on when it comes to the way that you're thinking about this Knight of Pentacles and feeling like you have to be worried about your financial situation in order to please this Knight of Pentacles. Because right now, you're thinking that you just need rest. You're like, I just want to chill for a bit. I just want to do my own thing. I want to just relax. But you feel like you can't because of this worry when it comes to your financial situation that's completely based on this younger Knight of Pentacles energy who you're in some sort of partnership with, okay? You right now, Aries, you're manifesting a lot, so you're putting a lot of energy out. And it's time to wait for that energy to come back in, because right now, all the energy that you're pushing out, it's good, but it definitely is time to wait for it to come in before you keep pushing energy out. Family and friends, we have the Queen of Wands here, so somebody who's very much like you, but they are more competitive. They're more competitive than you, Aries, and that's kind of why you feel a little bit worried and you just kind of want to relax, because you don't want to compete with this Queen of Wands anymore. This Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy within your family and friends, there is some competition there that will come to light this August 2018. Either you have some sort of gathering, some sort of family gathering where you start to realize, like, okay, this Queen of Wands, they're competing with me, they're conflicting with me, and you don't want that. You just want to rest. You don't want to be fighting for your power right now, because you're trying to just focus on making sure that your power is being placed in the proper spaces when it comes to this Knight of Pentacles. Your hope and your fear, Aries, is for everything to be all good, everything working out. You need that conflict. You need challenges in order to feel emotionally secure. So the first step, Aries, is to recognize that you need rest. You're like, I just want to chill. I don't want to do anything. I just want to hang out at home with my family and just do what I need to do in order to feel more empowered. And with that rest and with that acknowledgement, that will empower you. You're going to feel a lot more power within the home and family. However, Aries, because of this sabbatical that you take, this rest period that you take this August, you're going to feel this worry when it comes to your finances coming back up, where you're just really just trying to find your balance, because subconsciously, your subconscious energy wants to move on from this fighting, wants to move on from this constant worry in your head about your financial situation. So you are going to have to take that rest that you are yearning for, and that will absolutely empower you within the home, but that will lead to some balancing act where you're like, okay, let me stop worrying so much about my financial situation. Let me enjoy my life and not worry so much. And let me just trying to find my power balance once again, whether that be financial power or anything else. So Aries, I hope you guys have an amazing August 2018. As always, please comment, like, subscribe, and share. And if you would like a personalized reading, which includes an astrology and numerology analysis with tarot, my email address is below. Love you guys so much, and I will see you September, because September is a turning point month. September is what we've been waiting for. That's the big month. I'm actually really curious to see how it works out. So love you guys so much. Keep in touch, and I will see you in September. Bye, Aries.